Hello, I'm Max and I want to show you how to use Maxmertkit widget manager in your projects. First you need to do is to install MWM globally by npm. To do that, just type sudo npm install globally MWM. I will not do that because I've already installed it. So let's create a new directory for our project. And let's need new MWM project inside it. MWM init. MWM will ask you about some common things like name, version, and other stuff. You can just skip it and add it later. Yes, everything is correct. And as you can see, MWM created new init files inside your project. Let's add it to Sublime. And let's look at Maxmertkit JSON file. As you can see, MWM asked about these fields like name, version, and other stuff. So you can add it here. Okay, we have a new project and we want to install some widgets to it, like buttons or other stuff. Let's try to install button. To do that, you need to add a new field called dependencies, and you need to provide the list of widgets you want to install. In our case, it would be btn with version 009 and tooltip, for example. I don't remember the version, so I will set star instead of it. Okay, save it. And just type MWM install. Done. Next step is compiling index SAS file. So you can see that we have a dependencies folder with widgets, btn, and tooltip. To compile your index SAS file, you need to install SAS compiler. I've already installed it, so SAS index SAS compile to index CSS. Hit enter and wait. Done. As you can see, we have index CSS file, and let us test it. Let's create a new HTML file called test.html, where we will include style sheet, index CSS. Okay, we have buttons, button widget, and tooltip widget. So let's add tooltip. For example, also tiny tooltip. Save it, and let's look at it in the browser. Sorry, I forgot about position of the tooltip. For example, it would be top. Here it is. We have default tiny and tooltip widgets. So next step is adding custom themes to every widget. For example, I want error and success to my buttons, and dark and, for example, info to my tooltip. Let's modify Maxmertkit JSON file like that. You need to provide version, like a separate field, version 009, and provide new field called themes, where you should list all themes you need to use with this widget, not all widgets in your project, only this widget. In our case it would be error, I don't remember the error theme last version, and success. Okay, it would be 000 or star. Okay, and the same for tooltip. I'll just copy that. Change dark and info. Done, save and reinstall. Okay, we have an error. Widget tooltip is not found. Okay. Why? Interesting. Why? Tooltip 000. Oh, I choose wrong version. The last version of tooltip is 000 and I set it 009. It's wrong. We don't have widget tooltip with this version, so let's modify that and reinstall. Let's recompile index.sas file. Okay, and look at our test file. Nothing changed, but from that point we can use custom themes with our widgets. Error, success, dark, and info. Great. Okay, let's try to delete, for example, dark theme from tooltip. Reinstall. Compile index.sas file. And you can see you can't use dark theme with tooltip anymore. This is very useful for development your applications. Okay, let's talk about modifiers a little bit. As you could see, all widgets have some modifiers and dependencies, but if you want to use some modifiers in your custom SAS files, you should to provide it as a dependency. For example, I want to use modifier active in my project when I will create my own SAS themes. Okay, modifiers active. And you can provide some animation you want to use, for example, rotating version 001. Save it, reinstall, recompile index.as file, done. And as you can see, we have animation and modifiers in our dependencies. Okay, let's talk about how you can use the site. You can build your own projects on the site just by collecting widgets you want by hitting this button. For example, I want button widget, tabs, menu, drop down, and progress bar. And let us add custom themes to every widget of our new project. For example, I want orange theme to my button and progress bar, arrow to my button, success to my button, dark to my menu and to my drop down, and info to my progress bar. And as you can see, all themes attached to widgets you wanted. You can delete widgets from this block just by hitting this button. For example, I don't want tabs anymore, peek, and it removes. After that, you can add modifiers, for example, active and hover, and animation, for example, scale in and grow up. You can rearrange them just by dragging it. And you can save all this block to preset to compile it later, or to I don't know, maybe sharing it later. Okay, let's try to edit preset. Second, you can set the list of preset here, my presets. Okay, second preset. And as you guys can see, I used those widgets with those themes here, modifiers and this animation. And to starting to compile it, you can just hit this button. Okay, and you can see it's in block creating now. And also you can delete this preset by double click this button. And I want to remove this one. Or I can remove it from the sidebar also by double clicking it. That's all. I want to compile it. Hit compile. Done. And let's look at the results of such compilation. It looks like our previous project that we made. We also have Maxmertkit JSON file, which we can modify to add some widgets, themes, change versions, modifiers and animation, and install it again, and compile your index.as file and add your custom code to this as file, for example, body. I don't know, background, color, index.as file will not changed by MWM, so you can add your own code or add a new partial and import it to index.as file. And one more thing, you can add your own themes by clicking this button. Just add your theme name and set main color and main invert color. For example, I want to add this one and white here. And other fields you can leave empty and just hit save a new theme, and your theme will be applied here in themes blog, and you can install it immediately and apply it to your widgets, to any widgets of Maxmertkit immediately. So it's very useful and fun. Okay, I think that is all I wanted to tell you about using Maxmertkit in your projects. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your feedback. And if you want to see some UI in widgets, please just send it to me in PSD file, and I'll try to create it and add to widgets, so you will be able to use it with Maxmertkit. Thank you very much again, and bye.